Hello and welcome to Dimzy's Domain, and this is a video talking about who is the most exciting fighter from Team Universe 7 when they compete in the Universe Survival Tournament. So today I had to get him, I had to search for him, find him, just track him down. I have MJ from GeekList TV.
Hello guys, it's MJ here. What's going on?
Yes, so let's talk about the battle royal that is the Universe Survival Arc. So from Team Universe 7, the ones who are competing are, we have, of course, Majin Buu, Krillin, 18, 17, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Tien, Roshi, and Piccolo. So we have a team of 10 members who are going to be fighting, and from this 10, who is the most exciting? Who are you most excited to see? Comment down below, tell me down there, because I'm really excited to know, because if it is the same as mine, you're cool, you're kind of cool. If it's the same as MJ's, you're okay. So MJ, is there anyone that you're looking forward to see fight, and why?
Well, let me say this first. I'm hyped to see 17. I'm just automatically hyped to see him. But overall, who I'm most excited to see fight, who excites me, who I think is going to show off the coolest techniques, who I think has the potential to show off the coolest techniques and be the overall coolest fighter from that team is Tien Shinhan. Now, reason why is I constantly love the guy's techniques, man. You know, he has Dodon Ray, he has the Tri-Beam, he has the multi-form, he has that move where he just creates those bunch of arms. I can't remember what it's called. I do know it's something Ken because of the fist. It's not Taeyogen, it's something else, and because that's his solar flare. So I just love this guy's techniques and the moves that he's always pulling out. And I mean, overall, I liked him in the ROF film. He did the whole martial arts stuff, really cool. So I can't wait to see him. I think he's actually my most anticipated to see fight, I guess. I don't know who you think is the most exciting.
Okay, but regarding Tien, we know that in terms of martial arts and combat ability, that he's going to be very much a spectacle, even though he can't go Super Saiyan Blue or all these crazy ass transformations as, let's say,
he can go Super Saiyan Human, bro. Super Saiyan.
He can, yes. But what kind of dynamics? What do you think his mental process is going to be? How is he going to approach it? And that's one of the things which I've factored in when I'm going to talk about one of the characters which I'm really excited to see. So how do you reckon Tien is going to approach the whole situation? How is he going to think about it? Is he going to be clinical? Is he going to enjoy the fight? Or is he going to literally feel as if it's life or death? He needs to get them out as in whatever means possible, even if it is scummy, just to eliminate them through ring out? Or do you think we're going to see that kind of dynamic, or what?
I can see him being kind of taking the situation as a life or death. Tien has been the type of person to actually get excited over fights. We saw that in the 22nd tournament, but I do overall feel like he's probably going to take this a bit more serious just due to what the stakes are. So I can see him going that route. And honestly, if he's in that mindset where he kind of has to just do whatever it takes, I mean, he can pull off a lot of cool techniques. I actually want to see him pull off something new. If they give him a new technique, that would be pretty awesome. But think about it. If he's in that mindset, just imagine what he'll do with the Tri-Beam. We already know that the Tri-Beam is a move that really raises your rank on the power scale, you know what I mean? For a moment, he was actually able to hold down Semi-Perfect Cell, and that is in the manga, guys. That's not an anime only thing. So he was able to do that against Semi-Perfect Cell, and we know that he was way weaker than Semi-Perfect Cell. So the fact that he may be even stronger now, and then the fact that you factor in that move, and maybe if he's perfected, who knows what he can do. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how he would approach the overall tournament as far as techniques go, because I do think the multi-form, bro, that would be a pretty good way to, because think about it. If he's in that mindset where he kind of just wants to just go all out, he will use his best techniques for Gecko just so he can get the most people out, start just throwing them out. So it will be cool to see him do the multi-form, because, I mean, there'll be like 4 extra TNs, you know what I mean, or 4 extra Shinhans, and he can...
Yeah, and that's one way that they could kind of utilize and compensate for the drawback of the Tri-Beam, because the problem with the Tri-Beam is the fact that there is that window, that gap, where not only does it take away your life energy and kind of depletes in that sense, it does leave you somewhat very vulnerable for an attack, whether it be from the back or from the side. So there is that. Regarding the other characters, before we move on to other notable characters, what are your thoughts regarding Piccolo? I'll give you my quick thoughts about Majin Buu, because it's very simple. I want to see him, now that we know that he is training. From the spoilers, he's kind of taking it very seriously. He's even slimmed down. I know we shouldn't expect a Super Buu-esque physique from him, but we know that if he is taking it serious, and the plethora of moves and the versatility and the durability of Majin Buu, he will be very, very entertaining to watch. Just look at the fight in the preliminaries when he was fighting what was the fella's name? Yeah, Basil. So when he was fighting Basil, it was just very entertaining to watch. And with that same regard, I'm gonna lump Piccolo in that department as well. I think that he is going to be very serious. But the most important thing and the most exciting thing about Piccolo regarding this fight is not so his techniques, or not so his ability in terms of combat and whatnot. It's the way he teams up with Gohan, the way he is able to gel with the others, and how he utilizes his intellect. And what are your thoughts regarding Master Roshi or Muten Roshi sama? How do you think he's gonna do?
Well, before I get into that, I kind of disagree with you, bro. I feel like Majin Buu's gonna get taken out first. I don't think
he's taking it seriously. Come on, I am excited. It's not about who's going to be taken out first or not. It's about the spectacle. I am excited, maybe because I'm a bit biased from my avatar, from my just in general and my love for Majin Buu. But I am excited to see what Majin Buu does, as we were when he was fighting in the preliminaries. Now, a serious Buu is a very dangerous Buu. Now we have 80 competitors. Surely, come on, imagine. Okay, he's not going to kill them, I know, but the shenanigans that he can pull are just.
I'm gonna give you one reason why he's gonna get taken out first. One reason: his healing ability. We know that no weapons are allowed. We also know that you cannot kill your opponent. However, has it been stated yet that senzus are allowed? I don't think so. I remember them.
Senzus are not allowed. When Goku offered and he said, make sure to get the senzu, Whis did say that's not allowed, and then Beerus was trying to be a bit cheeky and said, eat them as much as you can before you do the fight. And then senzus are not allowed.
Okay, so the fact that Buu has a healing ability, which was made note of during the preliminary rounds, the fact that he has a healing ability, I honestly do think he'll get taken out first. I feel like he's gonna be. Think about it. Universe 11 was there. Topo was there. Topo actually saw Majin Buu. Now this actually takes some writing, which I mean, people make fun of Toei as much as want, but I mean, Toei can be consistent when they think about it. Like I always go back to that episode during the Future Trunks arc where they remembered everything down to a T. They remembered exactly what Bulma and everyone was wearing in that flashback. They even remembered the black armband for Goku when in his memory after he died. So I mean, they can be consistent when they want to be. So my point is, if Topo was there, he can easily just tell Jiren that there's something on Universe 7's team who has a healing ability. As soon as the fight starts, Jiren, boom, one shots Buu and Buu's out the and right in there, it'll be like a big thing. Oh my god, we don't have Buu anymore, so no one can get healed. So
and I guess one of the things is the fact that in terms of dynamics, Buu, I don't see him as a really good team player, so he might be a detriment and he might be a weakness in that sense. In terms of teamwork, actually no, before that we did what are your thoughts on Master Roshi and how do you think he's going to perform? I think he's going to perform a lot of he's going to enlighten us with a lot of the comedic spots for this battle royal. I'm sure of that.
Roshi could be the person who wins the damn thing, and I'll give you one reason why, even though it's not going to happen, but it could logically happen. Goku and Vegeta, Gohan, all the strong guys just surround Roshi, and all Roshi would have to do is use his hypnosis ability, hypnotize the other 70 fighters, and just make them all walk off the stage. Roshi has a lot of OP abilities, but they won't be used to that degree. It's the same reason why Goku, Krillin, and Gohan and Tenshinhan won't line up in a line and just blind everybody with the solar flare because it's just too OP, Because they could do that, and then you could have like Piccolo and Vegeta just sweep everyone's feet when they're blinded.
We touched upon the whole notion of teamwork. I am really excited to see 18 and 17, mainly 17 because of how they gel with each other. It's been covered by a lot of people. Check out Geekdom's channel. He did a video regarding Android 17 and 18 regarding how they are gonna team up.
I was in that video.
I know you're in the video. That's why I'm promoting it, man. Come on, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, I'm sure you could tell us all about what we should expect from 17.
Well, people gotta remember this. You can go check out the video on Geekdom's channel where we went more in depth, but people gotta remember this. It was mentioned that the cyborgs or the artificial humans can train to get stronger. So now, will they be astronomically stronger? Probably not. But 17 could overall be stronger than what he was in the Cell arc, just because you gotta remember he has a family now. So he's not gonna be doing 24/7 intense training like Vegeta or Goku, or like what Vegeta was doing in the past, like in the gravity room. But I mean, he could obviously just polish his skill aside, polish his power. Maybe even take up some martial arts. So he can overall be just a stronger person or an overall stronger being than what he was in the Cell arc or in the artificial human arc. See, there's that. Secondly is we saw them do teamwork in the History of Trunks special. Now, this won't be as strong of a bond as Zamasu Black, because those were essentially the same people. It's like teaming up with yourself. You can't get any closer than that. They're still blood bond. They're still family. So we can definitely see something, and I'm expecting something cool from 17.
And I agree, and that this is gonna go to, well, for me, as you said, you're most excited to see Tien or Ten Shin Han. I am most excited to see Krillin. Why? Because I think that in terms of dynamics, he has it with 18, he has it with Goku, he has it with
Gohan.
He has it with Gohan, because people do downplay the fact that him and Gohan are somewhat best buds. They have a strong relationship, especially when it comes to combat, from their adventures in Namek, but also with his wife 18. And
don't forget, he teamed up with Piccolo against Nappa as well when they did the triform technique.
Exactly. And I think that with Krillin's links, he links the most with the most amount of people from that group. Yes, I know we want to see Goku. Why do you want to see Goku? Because he's the marked man, so we want to see how he behaves, and we're excited to see that. Vegeta, I'm just excited to see how if he has anything under his sleeves, because of the lax attitude or nonchalant attitude he's showing off when they're telling him to come to the preliminaries. But of course, he's not going for his own, the birth of Bulla or Bra, she wasn't born at the time back then. And then of course there's Gohan, and Gohan has something to prove. Gohan has something to prove because of the fact that he needs to show that, hey dad, you can rely on me. I'm not that much of a disappointment, even though I do go on these scholarly trips and then I don't take the job and I kind of let my universe down, but I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, but the thing is, I am most excited to see Krillin. Look, he has this complex to him. In the Resurrection of F arc, we saw him struggling as he's fighting the Frieza soldiers with some post-traumatic stress, regarding the fact that he's very, very scared of them, and he's just that's just the way he's handling things, and his behavior is a bit different. And regarding the fact
also, he's supposed to have a new technique as well.
That's the main thing. He's gonna for sure definitely have a new technique, and with that, that's one of the main things I'm excited about.
Oh, you gotta remember though, because people forget this. Even though Ten Shin Han is the guy who creates a lot of techniques, and also Vegeta creates a lot of key manipulations, you gotta remember this. Krillin did create that move that he was Cyberman that allowed him to take out multiple opponents. Remember that. This is a battle royale. He created that technique where he took out multiple opponents, and he also created one of the most deadly techniques in the entire show that he ends on. So he can create formidable techniques.
Yeah, and the thing is, in terms of dynamics, we know that of course he's married to Android 18, and Android 18 is the brother of Android 17. Now, if they were to, and as you said, very similar to I'm not sure which character, but if it takes a lot of writing on Toei's part, where if they were to, let's say, write in the fact that Krillin is a bit jealous, or he's kind of he feels a bit inferior, because that's the thing, they kind of play on his inferiority complex quite a bit. 18 and 17, they're brothers and sisters, their teamwork is much, much better, they're stronger than me, blah blah blah. But then by the end, if he teams up with 18 and it's more of a cohesive team than, let's say, 18 and 17, or let's say at the end Krillin, 18 and 17 are on the same page, it would be very satisfying to watch. Yes, it's always nice to see someone who's extremely strong fighting, but at the same time, if there's no substance to their intentions and their motivations, it's not as exciting. So for me, Krillin is the most exciting person to watch on how he performs in the universe survival arc.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with that. I think people really underestimate just the type of teamwork that the character can utilize, because think about it, almost each of these people have some sort of bond. Now, you have Goku, Krillin, and Roshi, the original Turtle Hermit School. You have Ten Shin Han, who became a member of the Turtle Hermit School. You have Krillin and Piccolo and Gohan, who teamed up in the Saiyan arc. You have Krillin and Gohan, who teamed up in the Namek arc. You have Goku and Vegeta, who've teamed up recently in Super. You have Ten Shin Han, obviously, with Krillin, who've teamed up before in the past. And then you also have 17 and 18, who are blood bond.
Exactly.
They have the closest, I would think, relationship possible. And then you also have Piccolo and Gohan, who are training off screen. There's just so many connections between these characters. And even though I was calling this a cheap way to just kind of pick the Earth characters, the Earthlings, the humans, because of the whole 28 planets of mortal life in the universe, it kind of makes it harder for you to go search for fighters around the universe. So it kind of was a cheap way for them just to pick the fighters we already know. The point is, even if that's the case, it's still pretty cool because all these fighters have connections. Like if you were to go say, Vegeta, and I'm kind of going to kiss myself being a little bit of a hypocrite here, but if they were to go and say, Vegeta is in planet 25, and then, they're like, okay, let's go pick Vegeta's counterpart. How weird is that? Because this Vegeta counterpart would have no connection to any fighter.
Exactly.
So it's very hard.
Majin Buu is somewhat of a unknown factor as well in the way he's going to perform, and you can tell they're very apprehensive and kind of scared at how he's going to perform. It's very similar to how, when you have unknowns in a team, and
unknowns, there you go.
Yeah, it's a team, and Goku did say this regarding when he was doing image training and they were visualizing the fight between Krillin and Basil. They said that it's not all about power, and that's one of the reasons why they picked Master Roshi to perform in this tournament. Anyway, I'm going to leave it as that. Is there any other final words or remarks you want to make?
No, that's about it, man.
And with that being it, I want you to all check out MJ from GeekList TV and just subscribe to him. He has among the best discussions, the best power scaling thoughts, and also he does a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho. Well, you're watching Yu Yu Hakusho, aren't you? But he's also doing some
Hunter.
What's Hunter? Another Togashi incarnation. I forgot about that. No, I don't forget about it.
Because you're a bad person, Dimzy.
And for you lot to redeem me, please, I beg you, subscribe to him, like his video, and share it all around. And with that, yes, like, share, comment, subscribe. You may now exit Dimzy's domain. Thank you, and goodbye.